So two topics here for this Jummah khutbah. The one topic is Allah said in the Quran, they ask you about the new moon. The new moon is for the timetable for the months and for the Hajj. Because Hajj is one of the months where you need to travel, then you need to know when the starting of Hajj. So what is the meaning of new moon? The moon is one of the creation of Allah, and it reflects the light from the sun. Whenever the sun put the lights on the moon, whatever parts of the moon is illuminated, you can see it. But there is a time in the month when the sun is not reflecting any light on the moon, and the moon can disappear. So whenever the moon disappears, it is meaning the month is end already. So it's very easy to understand how the moon is making a month, and the moon is only the one make the month. The day is making a day. The sun is making a day. Because every day the sun rise and sunset. So that makes a day. The setting of the sun and rising of the sun. So it's making the day. And when there is no sunshine anymore, when the sun setting, that's a night. And when the sun rise again, that's the start of the day again. Okay, and before the sun rise, there is a dawn, the Bukang Libayway, or the dawn, the lightning, that's meaning starting of the morning. And when the sun is going down, that's go to the evening, and then it becomes dark, it becomes night. So morning, day, evening, and night. So sun is responsible for the day, and the moon is responsible for the month. That's why in Tagalog, the word for the moon in Tagalog is buwan. Buwan means month. The moon is making the month. Even the month word come from moon, because month, M-O-N, and moon is M-W-N. The moon is making the month. For example, when the moon is like this, crescent, very thin, that is when you see it at the night time, the Maghrib time, it means that the month is starting now. For example, yesterday there was no moon sight because the moon was not born. The moon was born today. Just today the moon born, 8:44 a.m. And the moon will be visible tonight, 28th of February tonight. And the moon will be visible tonight, so it means that tomorrow will be the first day of Ramadan. Yesterday night there was no moon sighting because it still is Shaban. It's no finish yet the month of Shaban. And tonight, inshallah, the moon will have a lightning, more than around 1% of lightning in the moon. And the moon is born this morning, kanina, 8:44 a.m. So moon will be visible tonight. So tomorrow will be the first day of Ramadan, the month of Ramadan. The Shaban is today is the last day of Shaban. So the first day, the March 1 tomorrow, until the 30 will be the Ramadan. So that's how we compute the months, by the new moon. When we see the new moon like this is small, that's starting of the month. And when it becomes a full moon, that is the middle of the month, the 15th day. And when the moon disappears, it means the month is finishing. So when no light coming from the sun to the moon, zero light, it becomes the end of the month, and the next day is starting of the new month. So inshallah, tomorrow is the first of Ramadan, and we follow according to the moon calculation. The other thing is Allah command us to do fast. Fast in the month of Ramadan. You cannot make it Ramadan other month, but only starting tomorrow. You can fast whole year, whatever days you like, but the Ramadan is only tomorrow, and it will continue for 30 days. It is an obligation for those who are already mind, and they can understand. They are good mind already, they must fast. And those who are very young ones, they are exempted, but if they will fast, Allah bless them, and they learn how to fast. And what is the reason of the fast? It's only Allah can tell us, and Allah said in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyamu kama kutiba alal ladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. O you who believe, fasting is obligatory upon you, as it was obligatory upon before you. So people before, like Bani Israel, or the people of Noah, or people of Musa, or people of Jesus, they all have an obligation of fasting. And why Allah tell us why you need to fast? Because Allah said, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so you become pious. You become God-fearing. You become the fearing of Allah. And when you are fearing God, then it means you are not going to do evil to the people. But if the people are still fasting, they're fasting, but they're still doing evil. They fight with people, they backbite to people, they say bad words to people, they hurt people. So what is the use of their fasting? No use of their fasting. Because Prophet Muhammad said that if the person doesn't change his attitude in month of Ramadan, then Allah is not in need of your thirst, and Allah is not in need of your hunger. Why Allah wants us to fast? So we can have good attitude and good manners, and we can feel the pain of the people. Especially when you are hungry, being a rich man, you never test the hunger because you are rich. You can buy everyday food. But in Ramadan, you are hungry. Even how much rich you are, but you are hungry now because you are fasting. So if whole day you cannot eat and whole day you cannot drink, then you have the value of the food and you have the value of the water. So what you do now? Now I can feel it is very painful to be hungry. So I should feed people. And I know the value of the water. When you are thirsty, the water is very important. Then you are going to give the water to the people. You know, one of the great acts of worship we can do is to make a deep well. I want to plan to have a deep well all around the world, and we can always invest money for the sake of Allah, give away in the way of Allah. That's the best investment. The best investment you invest with Allah, because Allah will give you many, many multiplied times in the next life, in the Jannah, in the paradise. So best investment for us is to invest with Allah. Give away in the way of Allah. And one of the best things you can do is to make a deep wells. Because deep wells, like example, if I make the deep wells, whatever deep wells I make, even I die, people get benefit from this deep well, I get the benefit. Even I already gone from this world, I can still get benefit of that deep well because it will continue even I die. And that's we call, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ called Sadaqah Jariyah. Sadaqah Jariyah means the continuously charity. Continuously charity. Because one of the best thing is the deep well. You make the well and then give it for Allah. Fi sabilillah. That is for the way of Allah. And then even how many 100 years people get benefit, you are getting the reward for that in the next life. So that's one of the reason of the fasting, that when we are hungry and thirsty as being rich people, we can feel the pain of the poor people, that what is the pain of hunger and what is the pain of thirst. We thank so Allah, and we should not waste our food, whatever the food in our plates, whatever the water we have, we should not waste it. Why? Because there are billions of people, not millions, there are billions of people, they don't have the enough food in their life, and they don't have the enough water in their life. There are millions of people are dying because of no clean water, especially in Africa. Millions of people are dying because of no clean water. You have a water in the bottle, don't throw it. Finish your water. You have a food in the plate, don't waste it. Finish your food, because there are people who have no food in the world and there are people who have no water in the world. And if you will show this ungratefulness, leaving the food to be thrown and leaving the water to be thrown, then Allah can be angry with you and He can get from you His blessings. So very important for us, we learn since the childhood, never waste the food and never waste the water. And always to share with others rather than your wasting. May Allah guide us. Ameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they ask you about the new moon. Say it is for the timetable to calculate the months, and also for the Hajj. The last month of the Islamic calendar is Hajj, the month of the Hajj. And people were trying to see the moon yesterday. And if they can use their intelligence and they can check the data that yesterday there was no moon available. Yesterday was Isil Shaban. There was no light in the moon yet. The moon was zero. So there was no possibility to be seen the moon yesterday. The only possibility to be seen moon is the tonight. And the people are trying to want that they should the moon see actual with eyes, and it is no more possible in the world today because we are living in a different world where we cannot see the stars anymore at night. And Allah said, Allah adorned the sky with the stars, but we don't see the stars at night because of pollution and because of the lightning. So the seeing with the data, with the knowledge is already seeing. Okay, so we are very sure that tonight the moon has a light. It's already born. Kanina today, 8:44 a.m. So after the 10 hours, there is enough light. So tonight is a possibility, 100% to be seen the moon tonight. So we can start the Ramadan tonight. So tonight we can have Tarawih. Tarawih means is a Qiyamul Layl or with congregation, with Jamaat. It can be 8 rakats. If you want to pray 20, no problem. And then the Witr. And then tomorrow, Fajr, before Fajr we should eat. The Fajr will be like 5 a.m. tomorrow. So before 5 a.m. we are already finished eat and drink. And then no eating, no drinking until tomorrow Maghrib time, which will be 6:03 or 6:04 p.m. So that will be like approximately like 13 hours of fasting. Because still the nights are longer today, this time. So 5 a.m. until 6 p.m. is like 13 hours of fasting. Sometimes the fasting is 14 hours. In some country, even fasting become 19 hours, like in Europe. Fasting become 19, 20 hours also. 4 hours of a night, and the fasting, the day is 19 to 20 hours. But for them, very easy to fast because of very cold weather. So fasting start tonight, because the night in Islam is start at night. Maghrib time, when you see the moon, start of the night, start of the day. Start with the night. And then tomorrow is the first day of Ramadan. Tonight is the first night of Ramadan. We start Taraweeh, and then tomorrow we start fasting. And every day Taraweeh, we will try to finish. We inshallah finish the Quran. And every night of the Quran, every night of Taraweeh, after reading Quran, we understand the Quran, because the Quran reading is not enough but to understand. And to understand is not enough also but to follow it. And once you follow it, now you are eligible to invite people to what you are following. Because when you are not following yourself, you cannot call people for the same actions. So inshallah, we pray to Allah to bless us in this Ramadan and accept from all our amal, our ibadah, our worships in Ramadan.